Hello and welcome to the Paul Green Comedy PaulCast for October 29th, 2024. This is episode 307, I believe. Stand-up comedian, actor, improviser, and dreamer Paul Green coming to you and just sharing my thoughts on this crazy journey of mine and hoping to maybe provide a little guidance, little insight to anybody else out there pursuing a dream. And I got to tell you, as crazy as last couple of weeks as it has been, this week is fairly dormant, which is kind of nice. I only have one show scheduled this week, which is actually going to be on Halloween. I will be reprising my role as Lord Voldemort. And I will be doing a set at Rick Brodson's House of Comedy in character as Lord Voldemort. I'm not going to lie, I have no idea how that's going to go. Because I don't really have material as Lord Voldemort. All I do is I just insult people. So my game plan is to just go on stage and start riffing with the audience and making fun of their costumes, and hopefully I'll be able to get some laughs. And I don't know how that's gonna go. You know, it's just one of those situations to where the woman who asked me is an incredibly funny stand-up comic. We've worked together before, and you know, sometimes you just gotta say yes to stuff. I think that was just the situation there. It's like, you know, I don't know much about how this is going to go, but I'm just going to say yes. So I did. So we will see how that goes. Other than that, today was my first day on my new daily challenge plan, which is to exercise for 45 minutes, write for 45 minutes, no soda, drink a half gallon of water, and take a progress picture. And one day in, I am 100%, baby. And I'm going to tell you right now, cutting out soda, I can feel my caffeine withdrawal headache coming on right about now. I've already taken some ibuprofen. And the good news is, though, I'm very well hydrated. And I get migraines fairly regularly, usually because I'm dehydrated, because I'm drinking so much soda, which means I'm not drinking enough water. So I'm thinking that this headache's going to come on. It might be a little brutal, but the good news is I've drank a ton of water today, so I think I'll get through it. It'll be fine. And then probably come tomorrow, my body's going to readjust all of the things that's craving caffeine and craving the dozens of ounces of soda I've been pummeling my digestive system with. I mean, really my whole life, really, but more specifically, it just gets out of hand. It's so bizarre. I don't know why I'm this way. Don't try and change me, baby. I'm trying to change myself. But, you know, if I am just not actively and aggressively pursuing some sort of anti-soda legislation, personal legislation, then I'm drinking the sauce so much on the daily basis, and I do not need to be told how bad it is for me. I do not drink lots of soda under the assumption that this is a healthy habit. People seem to like to tell you, and it's like, yeah, I like to drink a lot of soda. You know, it's not good for you. Like, what? No, I thought I was drinking it because it was really, really good for me. It's like, no, I'm aware. I get it. But, that's one of my many crosses to bear is a very unhealthy soda addiction, of which I have just been at war with pretty much my entire adult life. I have done fasts. I've done white knuckling. I've done negotiations. I've done just every conceivable tactic to at least get my addiction to soda at least, reasonable, and just nothing ever sticks. And so just periodically I will do this 75 hard program, which I've done 3 or 4 times now. And for some reason that program seems to stick, but it's only 75 days. So it's like, I've done the 75-day fast before and have done well at that. It's not 75-day fast. 75 days without soda. So yeah, when it starts to just get really bad, I just say, all right, I've got to intercept this thing. I got to go all in again. And let's do 75 hard again. At least, if nothing else, it'll give me 75 days off the sauce. The funny thing is, it's like every time I've done 75 hard, it's like on day 76, I'm like, I want to go have a soda. So bad. I don't know. I don't know why I'm this way, but I am, and I'm working on it. And, I just think that's part of life. It's just, you just keep hacking away. You never give up. You keep trying, and you're going to fail, or I'm going to fail time and time again. And all we can do is keep at it. So I did that today. I got my exercise in. I wrote for 45 minutes. I'm really struggling with writing right now. I don't know what it is. I'm really having to pull out a lot of writing strategies just to get my pen moving on the paper, because just nothing funny is coming. Which any comedic or any comedy person I've ever heard talk, on a podcast, or anybody who's ever been successful at it, all talks about how it's more important to just write than it is to sit around and try to wait for inspiration to write something funny. Writing anything is actually better than writing nothing. Now, obviously, we want to write something funny. So I kept kind of getting stuck, and so I literally just started just writing out exactly what I did today. It's like, I had a meeting, and then I went to the gym, and then after the gym I went and did this, and then I went and did that. And it's at least a way just to get words coming out on paper, and then hopefully it starts to unclog and get the juices flowing. That didn't quite happen. I didn't really catch any sort of thing that I feel is like comedy material, but at least I wrote, and that is the goal. So with that, let's turn to the book that I'm reading called Magic Mind. And not gonna lie, today's chapter was really hard for me to pay attention to, because this guy's like a brain surgeon, like a neuroscientist. And in this chapter, he got super nerdy, like just talking anatomy. And he was just starting to talk, and in the brain, you have the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system, and then the adrenal glands when activated by the parasympathetic nerve. And then when you're on the fight or flight, man, this triggers the adrenal glands to release the serotonin and the oxytocin. And I'm just sitting there going like, my brain cannot keep track of what the heck you're talking about. So it was difficult for me to extract meaning. It's like I'm trying to get to the meaning, and I'm trying to get to the philosophy, and I'm trying to get to the execution of, it's like, okay, that's all great. So I have a brain, and it has all these lobes, and it has different functions and different parts of it that do different things, and based off of what's going on, certain chemicals get released and certain glands do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I don't care how the sausage is made. I just want to know how to eat it. I don't think that metaphor made any sense whatsoever. I don't want to know how the sausage is made. I just want to know how to eat it. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I guess it works. It works. Like, I don't need to understand that it's like my frontal lobal cortex, limbic lobe XYZ that is triggering, whatever. That's all great. I just need to know, how do I move forward, and how do I pursue my dreams, and how do I exercise faith, and how do I make certain things happen. And what I like about this book is he really is actually pretty practical. I think one of my challenges with a lot of the self-help, going for dreams, all of that stuff, is that they do maybe have a tendency to lean into some woo-woo elements, some like, hey man, if you just like think about it, man, then the universe is just gonna like give it to you, man, and you don't got to do nothing but just, it's with your brain, man. And I struggle with that. It's the whole idea that there's some benevolent universal genie up there, and all you do is ask, and then he'll just bestow upon you anything that you ask for. That hasn't been my experience. I have asked that genie for so many freaking things that have not happened. I've asked that genie for some things that have happened, but then it's hard to know then, well, was it because I asked, or is it that because I asked, I then went out into the world and behaved in a certain manner that just actually made it happen? And I've talked about this before. I get into this sort of philosophical conundrum over this issue of, how much of my destiny is me and how much of it is luck, or how much of it is given to me by other outer worldly, infinite, abundant sources or entities. And I don't know. I think, pretty much everybody probably has their own opinion on that. And so it's hard to know, because I think we all think we at least know something. And yet we don't all know or believe the exact same thing. So if everybody's believing something different, but they can believe that something different with their whole heart, especially if that belief actually is a belief that what somebody else is believing is not true, well, it just starts to get a little complicated. Well, who the hell really knows? And maybe that's just it, is nobody really does. I know I sure as hell don't. But I am just figuring it out as I go and pursuing this journey, and doing so with as much energy and awe and wonder and excitement and tenacity as my precious little ego will allow. And, I've had some great things happen. I've had some not great things happen. And there are some incredible experiences that I would love to happen, that I'm open to having them happen, but I don't actually know if they will. And that's the thing. But if I knew, wouldn't that sort of ruin the whole fun of it? Isn't that sort of the excitement, is delving into the unknown and striving to see if I can create out of the ether or manifest something that is not true for my life experience up to this point, and pull something in and make it true and make it part of my life experience? I think that is the excitement of it all. And that's what I am sharing with all of you in real time as it unfolds. All right, everybody. I know I'm a little short on time today, but I am going to call it there and wish you all a lovely day. I hope all your dreams are coming true. You're out there finding joy and fulfillment in your experiences pursuing whatever dreams are calling out to you. All right, everybody, this is the Paul Green Comedy PaulCast, October 29th, 2024, episode 307. I love you all so much, and I will talk with you tomorrow.